I already had the skill. I knew I had the potential. I knew I wanted to do something. I didn't just want to sit idle. Money was never the problem, but I just wanted more. There are times that one would suffer.
Okay.
I would be very honest. You would need to be flexible. You need to compromise if you want to be successful, especially balancing two things together. You have to understand what works for you. For me, I like to read during the day, then so at night. I feel I'm asking to class and even the lecturer is asking me that don't be scared to start small. Your small beginning matters a lot. Don't deliver a bad service because one failed customer might take 100 potential customers away from you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to season 2 of the Flourishing Student Podcast. In the last season, we had 10 episodes, 5 guests, exciting conversations. If you have not watched, please go back and watch all the videos. And to start this season, we are having a very exciting conversation. You know, many a times when students go to school, you are advised to just face your studies. You are here for your book. And while that is a very excellent idea, of course, you are in school for your book. We have someone on set today who was able to start to build a career on campus as an entrepreneur and started to built it up to it's been a global brand now. And of course, she's still building. But the whole conversation is just about the fact that you can actually simultaneously build something good for yourself while on campus. All right, so please join me in welcoming Mercy, the CEO of Stars. She was actually my best lead. That was not needed anyway. Okay, so Mercy, thank you so much for joining me today. This has been, we've been trying to fix this finally. Before we go into the session, we're just going to go through some questions so that my viewers can get to know you. So just rapid questions. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Early bed or night hall?
Early.
Sketching or sewing?
Sewing.
Bridals or normal wear?
Bridals.
Why? Because they pay more. What word your female friends would use to describe you?
A go-getter.
I agree. One habit you can't do without?
Sleeping.
Go-getter, sleeping. That's so funny. Okay. One word that describes your tertiary experience?
Hectic, but fun.
Okay, hectic. But hectic and fun is very funny to be together.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. So you know why we are here. We want students to learn from you. You've been able to successfully build a brand in your niche, in the decent fashion industry, decent and fashion. I mean, decent and bridals. It's 2 words, but you've been able to bring it together. And not just building a fashion brand, also becoming like a voice, a brand, going for speaking engagements, writing books and all of that. What inspired you, number one, to start your fashion brand as a student? Why didn't you wait till after NYSC? Why did you start as a student? Was it money or what inspired you?
Okay, so how I started my brand basically is that I'm a kind of person that I like to be known for something distinct. I already had the skill. I knew I had the potential. I knew I wanted to do something. I didn't just want to sit idle. Money was never the problem, but I just wanted more. I didn't even know where it was going to lead to, but I just believed that I could still do something better than what I was doing. And that was how I just started.
Wow.
Started small, but I kept on the pace.
Wow. So money was not a problem. You just wanted to put your hands in a lot of things, and that was what led to the brand that we have today. Okay. So many students struggle with academics already. Academics in OAU, Obafemi University is already a lot. So how were you able to merge your time as a student and as a fashion designer? Were there times when you had to give one for one? Were there struggles or everything was all smooth?
Okay, honestly, I'm not going to deceive you. It's not easy. It's hectic. And one thing I would say is that there are times that one would suffer.
Okay.
I would be very honest. But one thing you have to do is that one thing I did for myself was that I was very sincere with myself. Number one, I had to understand my personality. Can I read at night?
Okay.
Then even if you're an early bird or whatever, you would need to be flexible. You need to compromise if you want to be successful, especially balancing two things together. Because I didn't want to see my business as a side hustle. Of course, I didn't know how big it would get, but I was hopeful, I was determined. I didn't want to see it as a side hustle. I just wanted something good. So, and I also didn't want my academics to just be there and no. We have to do the thing together. So one thing I did was, number one, I had to understand myself that, okay, how do I balance this? There were times that I didn't just take work at all. I just had to allow academics to thrive for that period. You have to understand what works for you. For me, I like to read during the day, then sew at night, because I can't doze off while sewing, but you can doze off while reading. So I had to read during the day and sew at night. Yeah, that was just how it worked for me.
Oh, wow. So what system did you put in place? You've already said you sew at night and read in the morning. What were there other systems you had to put in place? Maybe you had accountability partners. Were there systems you had to put in place that
for
made
me,
you organized?
One thing I also did was that I was very disciplined. I kind of had a triangle. Like, you can't find me everywhere, anywhere. I'm not so available for people. And I would like to say something. As much as you are trying to build a life outside school, even business, also build yourself personally. I still went for events, volunteered for events, participated in activities in my department. But one thing I did firstly was that I was accountable to myself first. I had a to-do list every day, and I feel it's helping me in my brand today. Any work we are doing for the next week, we've analyzed it the weekend, we've allocated it, given it the time frame. So even after school, this thing would help. It's an habit. It's an habit that is already part of you. Yes. So I had to be accountable then. Also, I speak to my leaders, people that were my leaders then. I spoke to them that, okay, this is what I do. So most of the time, I challenge myself that, okay, this week now, maybe during the weekends, I don't have class. I want to read for 6 hours to cover up for any lapses I might have. Yes, I want to read for 6 hours. Sometimes after church on Sunday, I don't go home. I just use the remaining part of the day to read. Then at night, I would sew again. So, and during exams, it is a principle. I don't sew.
You don't sew.
I don't sew.
You know, I love the fact that you said, number one, you knew yourself. You understood yourself. It's not everybody that is going to be able to build a brand while studying. But if you have looked at yourself and you said, okay, I have the capacity to do this thing, why not go for it? So you understood yourself, you were accountable. And you know, one of my favorite things to do is also that to-do list. It might look manual. Till now, I still have my diary that I write every single day. I write at the beginning of the week, I have what to do for that week. Every day, I have what to do for that day. And I think that it just helps you. It helps you to keep yourself accountable. You can, you can track your progress. You can track, okay, am I making progress? Am I doing well? Am I deceiving myself? Do I need to drop this? And that was just so beautiful.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'll give a follow-up question. Was there ever a season where balancing both was impossible?
Yeah, I would say there was a season. Okay. So, and that was my final year. Final year is so wonderful.
Wow.
It's so wonderful because I had projects to do.
Of course.
And, you know, at some point, final year is another world of its own. You're preparing for tests, you're preparing for exam, you're writing projects, going for seminars, and compiling different things together. And there was just something I wanted to do for myself. I wanted to experience the university life to the fullest. I didn't want to be deprived of anything. So even down to my project, I didn't have to say, okay, somebody should do it. I wanted to do it. I wanted to experience it. And I'm grateful I did, because I did my project. It was stressful. There are times I had to sleep over on campus, read. Then during the project, I had to reduce the level of work I take. I don't take impromptu orders. Even if I'm taking your work, I'm going to ensure that I have at least 2-3 weeks to deliver, not just, oh, I need my clothes next
tomorrow. Yes. My grandma died and I'm going for burial. Go forward.
I didn't take any impromptu order. I ensured that I had enough space. And one thing I would also say is that as you grow, don't be stingy.
Okay.
Yeah, don't be stingy. Delegate and ask for help when necessary. I read with people. It might not work for you. Understand yourself.
That was what we started with. Know what works for you.
So on days that I don't want to sew in the night, I already read. Not that I've read, because I am not the type that read with people and understand, but I've read. So it's just we ask ourselves questions, interact and refresh your memory. So that is what I do to keep myself up at that period. But final year was really, really challenging for me. It stretched me. But I feel like every part of business, there will always be a time that would stretch you, but you just have to keep going, especially if you are sure of what you want to achieve.
That's true. You know, if you are just doing something for the fun of it, maybe you are just doing something for now. You're not building for legacy. You're not building for the future. You can play with it. Okay, so looking back, what opportunities did you access as a student that helped you to shape your career and then the leader you are becoming today? I don't know if you get my question.
Yeah.
What opportunities came specifically because you were a student and you started your business as a student that helped you to shape your career and who you are today?
One thing I would say is that if you are very enterprising, I would say that the way people perceive you matters.
Okay.
Number one, first, it just changes. People just know this person, we are not in the same, there's just this, we are not in the same level. Not a preference though, but one thing is that it opened doors for me. I could wear an outfit to class. That was even my first biggest sales point. I could wear an outfit to class, and even a lecturer is asking me that,
who made this,
and all of that. So it really helped me, because even navigating through school, there were sometimes I didn't even know some things. I would just get a call. Have you seen this? It makes people know that, okay, this person is
serious.
Doing well. She's serious. She's doing so much. So it allowed them to give me that opportunity. I had opportunity to even speak. I had opportunity to meet up with top people in the school. And I was like, normally I wouldn't walk into this room. So it gave me that opportunity. Then another thing is that it gave me networking opportunity, because I attended virtually almost every event relating to academics. Despite being, even I attended business opportunities too. But academics, I was always there. I volunteered, even in my department, lecturers, I volunteered. I ensured I did the work. Even when one of my classmates was even contesting for vice president, I supported. I was all out, because I wanted to experience the school life. Because you can't predict where you meet yourself in the next 2-3 years. So I was just always looking out for opportunities, even down to church. I was always looking out for opportunities to help one way or the other. And I would say that this really opened doors for me, because there are some things you might be doing that look so insignificant, but it's a seed that has been planted. And there are some opportunities I'm getting now that it was as a result of what happened then and what I experienced. Yes.
Wow. Okay, so you said a lot of things, right? But one thing that stood out is the fact that you just have to keep putting yourself out there. You have to keep trying to network. You have to keep trying to meet people. You have to, you mentioned that you could wear an outfit to class and people are asking you, who made this? And you're like, I made it. Okay, can you make it for me? If you know how to sew and you were keeping it inside your room, nobody will know, right? So because you were, I remember that my master's convocation dress, it was because I saw it on you. I said, Mercy, I love this dress. So you put yourself out there. What you are doing as a student, especially because you know that you are building for the future. You're not just, it's a different thing if you are just doing something randomly and you're not trying to build for the future. When you're building for the future, you're putting in your best and you're not being limited. I love the fact that you said, even as a student, you enjoyed campus. You enjoyed maybe not every, but as much opportunities you could enjoy, as many conferences you could do. You could even support your friend that was going for a political position. That's just so beautiful. I'll be going to the next question. Your brand is known for stylish bridal wear, elegant and decent wear. Was that positioning intentional? Did you intentionally say, okay, I'm focusing on bridals, or you tried a lot of things and then you now found what worked for you? And as a fashion stylist, I'm sure that there are some styles you will not be able to sew. You built a niche around modest dresses. How did you get to that niching? Of course, I know you still take clothes, but there's something you're known for. Did you try a lot of things as an entrepreneur? Should we try a lot of things, or from the beginning you just focus and just know that this is what I want to do? How was that?
Okay. For me, I would say something that I didn't just venture into bridals from the start. But one thing I did that worked for me is that have a set and clear goal. Let it be very clear. This is my destination, but these are the routes.
I don't know.
You need to know your way around it. So one thing I knew that bridals was my destination, but we have to face reality. And I feel like that's what has helped me so far. I'm very real. Sometimes my friends will be like, hey, don't at least be hopeful. I'm optimistic, but let's face reality
of things.
Nobody will trust you with their bridal wear if they've not seen any. You want to start, and it is bridal you want to start.
That's with, of course.
Or you have to, even at least now, if anybody is going to trust you with your bridal wear, you've made one maybe to model it. But then it wasn't modeling, bridal wasn't really rampant like it is now.
I remember that. Can you remember that white, that civil dress that you made and wore that everybody was?
Exactly. So it's not rampant then when I started. So I just have to start somewhere. Then later on, I started modeling some outfits myself. I started doing a lot of bridals. Even my first bridal outfit that I made for a bride was, I shot my shorts.
Wow.
Yes, not like she just reached out to me. I knew she was getting married and she was someone close, and I just like, okay, I would like to make your dress. I made it discounted because I just needed her to trust me. I needed a portfolio to start with. So, and that was how I started. I didn't even know the clothes was going to blow up. It just blew up, and that was how people started messaging me, and I was just so happy. But the truth is that even if I was a bride, I would not trust you with my outfit without seeing your portfolio. So I needed to start somewhere. So I had to face that reality first. So I started sewing for people. But one thing I ensured was that I sew very well.
Whatever you are doing, do it well.
I sew very well. Even when I didn't start with big bridals, I was sewing civil bridal outfits for people, and people were giving me amazing feedback. So it gave me more confidence that, okay, you can actually do this thing. And that was how I just started it. And
of course, I know there was a time you went for upgrade.
Yes, I went for
upgrade. I already know how to do. I already know how to do it. I'm going to keep doing. Of course, just keep learning.
I've done upgrade more than 4 times.
Can you imagine? In how many years?
It's just
Is it up to 10 years? Imagine.
Just
3 years going for upgrade and all of that. Okay, thank you. So I want us to go to another part of your life. You know, at that point where you now begin to get speaking engagements, you are in this state because you have a speaking engagement. How did you transition into, yes, I'm a student, I'm building a fashion brand. How did you transition to start writing books? How many books do you have now?
I have 3.
3 books written already, bought by hundreds of people. You have speaking engagement across states, at least in Nigeria, which is going global global by God's grace. So how did you transition from that journey? How did that transition happen?
Okay, I'm a kind of person that if you have a skill, there is a way you can combine it together. Okay. Don't limit yourself. Don't just put yourself in a box. When I was in secondary school, I used to represent in debate competitions, and I always win. I always win. I love to talk. I can convince you to buy what you don't want to buy. So I can sweet talk you to do what you don't want to do.
Wow.
So I love to talk. I love to express myself. I'm very, very expressive. So, and when I was much younger, people saw it as a problem. But later, somebody
talk too much, keep quiet.
So someone told me that, do you know that this is not a weakness? It's a strength if you leverage on it. And I was like, okay. So when I started working as a student, I saw people asking me questions. How are you balancing this thing? Because I wasn't treating my business as a side hustle. You would think, if I don't tell you I'm a student, you wouldn't even know. So I just wanted to, I always discuss with people. Sometimes I spent hours on call with somebody trying to help the person, advise the person how to balance. So I was just like, you can start speaking on this. So I started from free events and all. So I started just talking to people. Sometimes I organized 10 to 20 people. Okay, if you want me to just talk to you, I was able to balance this. So people observe things, people notice things. People see. Yeah, true. So from there, I was just, we have something in my department. Can you come and speak to students? I want you to talk about entrepreneurship. Then another thing is know your onions. This entrepreneurship thing. If I'm to sit down with you and do a business section, you would feel like you don't even know anything in business when I'm done, because I know it so well. And I'm realistic. I will tell you what you should expect and everything. So people love that. Not people that will just say, plan, work. They just love that they could relate with me. So, and they just flowed with me. Even when I speak, my audience flow with me. And through that, I started getting speaking engagement. Initially, it was free speaking engagement, which was fine because I wasn't even thinking of getting paid to speak. I just want to speak. So later on, I started getting messages. How much will you charge to come to this event? We'll cover this, we'll cover that. I'm like, So this is
another source of income.
Another source of income.
Wow, interesting.
And when I was much younger, I used to write storybooks.
Okay.
So, and stories then was because, I would say it's delusional because you're just imagining.
You're just thinking.
So now since I have experience and everything, I just document. So later I was like, all these things I'm just writing in my journal, planning that this thing could actually help people. So that was how I started writing. And I'm a kind of person that I love details. I can be writing for more than a year before I even talk about the book at all. That is my kind of, because I love it that if I'm giving you something, you must be sure you're getting value from it. And that's why people trust me.
Oh, that's so beautiful. A lot of things you've said. And one thing you've said and one thing I know you for is the fact that when you put your mind to something, try to ensure that you learn it. Try to ensure that you're not just given anyhow. You can start, not too good, but your focus should be how to get excellent at it. Your focus should be how to get better at that thing that you are doing, and just ensure that you are putting all your best. And it's possible, I tell people, it's possible to do a lot of things. It's possible to have it all. Well, not without sacrifices, but if there's something you want to do, you put your mind that, okay, I want to write this book. It is possible. The fact that you're a student, there's no restriction. This life, we're just like a rubber band. Life is like, the more you stretch, you keep stretching, it keeps expanding. And if you do not stretch, you might not know that you have the capacity to do all of that. So from building and starting when did you get it?
I got 2024.
That was 2 years ago. Now, to traveling all over the states to just speak and, bridals all over, it gets better. And that's another thing. It always gets better. And your work, if you do something well for this person, they will tell another person about you. Another person will tell another person about you. And it just really keeps getting better. One question before I go to the final question. What do you think about social media positioning? The world is global now. And even though the world is global, we still need to be careful, right? You need to be careful what you put out there. How do you manage what you put out there? Not putting too much, but intentionally and consciously building a personal brand that's, I can type on Google, I can type on ChatGPT to say, who is Mercy Akinmoyewa? I need to bring out your profile. How do you transition into, that personal brand? Apart from sewing, being a student, that personal brand, how did you begin to put it out there?
This thing you just said made me remember what one of my team members did recently. She just said, I want to type your name on ChatGPT to see if ChatGPT knows you. She typed her name first. She said, ChatGPT doesn't know me. So she typed my name and it brought out everything I am doing. She was like, wow. I was like, don't play. So one thing I would say is that social media, I see it as a shop. The way you would treat your physical shop, I see that it's a place I must show up to, but I should know why I'm there. You can't get to your shop and just try to sleep all day. Do what you have to do. If you need to go out, there's a way you be like, okay, I am going out to. You are just so detailed about it. You clean. If you can clean your physical shop, then your social media page shouldn't be dirty. It shouldn't be filled with things that should not be there. And one thing I'm grateful for is that for me, I love social media as just, this is my personal brand, this is my business. You can't get personal information from my social media page. Like from your business page. From my business page, you can't even get any personal information. But for my personal pages, you could still just get things about me, but you can't know in depth. You can't just predict. You shouldn't be predictable because you are online. That is when somebody says, that you are so unpredictable. Before I even post my location, I'm already there or I've even left because there. The world we are in, you have to be very careful. As much as you want to make money, you must not overshare. And now that this social media platform, they pay people now. So people want to just post and keep posting. So I earn from my page. But one thing I've been able to understand over time is that I don't confuse virality for sales. You can be viral
and nobody's buying.
I've had a video that gave me like 10 million views. Wow. And not a single purchase.
Wow.
Yes. This was like 2 years ago. And I had to sit down and re-strategize. I'm not just after blowing it up, getting 20K followers in 24 hours. No. You can have 5K followers and they are making more money than. So on social media, you must be sure of what you want.
Why are you there?
If not, you would be tempted at some point to just overshare because you're looking for money. Then if it is a business page, focus on business. If it is your personal brand, focus on your personal brand. But anybody that comes into your page too, even if it is a personal brand, should know just maybe 1 or 2, 3 posts or just looking at your bio, you should be able to know, okay, this person has a business. Some way, somehow, infuse them together. Because it will give you a wider audience reach. Because my personal page now has more followers than my business page. And I've gotten more customers on my personal page. And I'm still not confusing the two together.
Wow.
I post about myself, what needs to be shared relating to whatever I'm doing. not my personal story, not my personal, like if I need to share personal story, I know what to share. Maybe just around my academics, balancing school, just around the type of brand I'm trying to build, because I am a speaker. So if you are inviting me to speak, you already know, you can't tell me to come and speak on cryptocurrency. I don't know anything. So that is why, and you can also know I'm a fashion designer. So you're tempted to go to my business page from my personal page. Meanwhile, you can also see that, oh, this person is a speaker, she's a writer, these are the things so you must position yourself to get the results you want. Wrong positioning equals to no or little results.
Wrong positioning equals no or little results. Okay, my final question for today would be, what would you advise a student who is considering, okay, should I start building? I'm interested in this business. Should I wait till after school? How do I balance it? What advice would you have for such a student? And part B of that question is, what does flourishing mean to you as a person, when you were a student, now that you are done with school? What does flourishing mean to you?
Okay. One thing I would say for a student that wants to start is, don't be scared to start small. I started from my single room as a student, and was it easy? No.
Of course
not. Is it going to be smooth? No. But are you going to pull through? Yes, if you are determined. I didn't even have an iPhone when I started. I didn't have an iPhone until I think 2024. People are surprised. Are you getting clean pictures for your brand? Don't be shy. I used to say something jokingly. I said you cannot shame the shameless. Because I would go to my friends that have an iPhone. I would say, please, can you borrow me 1 hour? I will buy Fanta for them. Please follow me to. I don't have a good location. I didn't have money for studio. I will take them to one fine house. I will tell the owner.
I remember that house. Is it just one house? I think there's one
particular house that usually go. It's not my father's house, but I used to go there. I would beg them. I would say, please, I want to take pictures here. There was even one I went to, and the woman was like, fake life. I just knew what I wanted. I didn't allow that to get to me or distract me, because I knew that what I was going through cannot define where I am going to. And I used to tell people, there's no excuse. I've seen people say, oh, I don't have a good phone. I don't have a space.
You can find.
You would find. In fact, a normal person just is using an iPhone. If you don't have one, it's not a crime. Don't be shy. Even while I was on my campus, ICT Center was my best friend, because I'm always going there to take pictures, because I don't have to pay for it. And I'm actually grateful, because I stretched myself, and now that I can afford the things I want for my brand, is much easier. But don't be scared to start small. Your small beginning matters a lot. Yes, and if you want to start that business and you are sure about it, go for it, because the world doesn't celebrate mediocrity. You have to be excellent at what you are doing. If you are not ready to give it your best, don't deliver a bad product. Don't deliver a bad service, because one failed customer might take 100 potential customers away from you. So you must be sure that you're ready to give it your best, and you're ready to thrive in it. Don't just see it as a side hustle. If it's a side hustle, trust me, you can't water a garden once in 3 months and be expecting the same result like someone that waters it every day. So the results are different, and it's the results that people celebrate, not your behind the scene. Nobody cares. Honestly.
It's the results. I love that fact that you said, don't treat your business as a side hustle. I think that is very profound. If you know you want to do this thing, just know that you are giving it your best. Of course, not treating it as a side hustle does not mean you are giving it 24 hours. It just means that if it is 1 hour you are giving that thing, I think I'm personally taking that away. You are giving it your best. If it is 1 hour, this is not my side hustle. This is what I do. I write, I manage social media accounts. It's limitless. You don't even need to. It doesn't have to be something that you have to get machines. The world is digital now. We have people doing AI, animations. Just try to give it your best. And you would be so shocked at how good you will come at the end of it. You will be so shocked. I'm sure that when you started, of course, you know that you're going to be big, and you are not even anywhere yet. That's the truth.
Honestly,
there's still a lot of mountains, a lot of nations.
Bigger goals ahead.
Yeah. So you just need to keep going, keep giving it a shot. As a student, there's nothing limiting you. Nothing. It doesn't have to be a business. It might be that you want to go into coding in the future, and you are devoting intentional time to start to learn it. It doesn't have to be a business. Not everybody that will be a businessman. It might be that you want to start developing your public speaking abilities or skills. It might be like you want to start developing your debate skills. It's just anything you want to start doing, and you just keep at it. Give your best. Of course, You are not suffering academically because I know your score. I know you were not suffering academically. You are giving it your best. You are ensuring that you're giving it your best. Everything that you're doing. The Bible says, whatever your hand findeth to do, do it with all of your heart. This has been such an exciting conversation. Thank you, Mercy, for joining me on set today. I really appreciate it. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And to our viewers out there, the world is your stage. Just own it. Give it your best. Don't treat anything as a side hustle. Don't limit yourself because you are a student. Don't limit yourself because you didn't go to a private university. You were in Ife. From Ife to the rest of the world. Yes. Don't treat it as, oh, I'm just doing this. Just keep giving it your best. You can compete. You can be on the global stage. You can, anything as far as your eyes can see. You can literally get. So I want you to please like this video, share, subscribe, invite fellow students. We want as many students as possible to be able to know that it's possible to flourish. It's possible to live a beautiful life. It's possible to excel academically. I'm an academia, and so I know that your book, you have to face it. That one, if you are doing a business and it's affecting your book, you are in school primarily to read, but you can dabble into a lot of things. It doesn't have to be business, as I've said. You can represent. I know at some point I was in the quiz team in my department, even though I didn't maximize my undergraduate time so well. And that's why I'm so passionate. And I really want a lot of undergraduates to know that that's community. It's a lot. And you can literally build an empire right from campus. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.